folks, Jim, Leila, and
Julie.
Hello. We're here for Free Comic Book Day 2012.
Yes.
And
so
dear
excited.
Lord, it's so big we had to get a co-host.
Yes, we did, because...
Don't worry, she'll be put back into the the dungeon afterwards.
Yeah, we needed extra help to get all the books done.
Yep.
Or almost all. So.
And don't forget, Free Comic Book Day here at the Comic Connection this coming weekend. Ken Lashley will be here.
Yes, Ken will be here from 11 to 2, and we're so excited to have him again. And, make sure that you come out and get your stuff signed.
And see all of us. And
see all of us. Get
it'll
free
be
comments.
a lot of fun.
Yes, exactly. So I guess I'll start, right?
Yeah,
okay.
We're going to start off with 2 each from me and you, and then Julie will pipe in
all right.
with some stuff. But, of course, we're going to have our witty banter back and forth as well. So,
of course. So with a certain movie starting this weekend, I thought it was fitting to start with...
Transformers 4?
No.
The
Avengers! The Avengers Age of Ultron .1. So in this one, Spider-Woman goes missing while investigating an unusual energy surge coming out of Wakanda, and Abigail Brand, director of S.W.O.R.D., asks the Avengers for help locating their missing member, and they find out much more than Jessica Drew. When they unravel this mystery, the Age of Ultron is coming.
Woo!
Yeah!
Yay, robots.
Bendis and Hitch have crafted a true page-turner here that leaves the reader wanting more. Fortunately, there are many more Avengers books to read. So,
way too many Avengers.
Yes, so, there's lots of choices. If you want to read something Avengers, stuff that's out now, stuff that's coming, Age of Ultron, it's all awesome, but I really enjoyed this one. It was a great read. Okay, next up, The New 52 Special Edition. That's right, this is DC's big book. In this one, the Trinity of Sin were judged centuries ago for their transgressions, but now Pandora longs for salvation, even if it means the end of the Justice League.
The Justice League can't end soon enough.
Yeah.
I disagree completely.
I do too. Okay, so...
This is the problem with being between 2 women that can beat the ever-living shit out of me.
Yeah, that's right. Who do enjoy DC.
Yes.
Okay, so Johns and the gang tease the upcoming Trinity Wars story, which looks really promising, and maybe we'll finally find out why Pandora was hiding out on the pages of all the first issues of the New 52. Ha ha.
Maybe.
We can hope. There's also some previews for the New 52 second wave books, like Dial H that came out this week, and World's Finest, and Earth 2.
I wonder how many of those will last past 6 issues.
At least 4 of them, I think. But anyways, I again, really enjoyed this, and this is the big DC book for you to get. There's another one that I'll be reviewing later, but this one is one that you should not miss.
Alright, next up we have Transformers number 80.5. And in this one, it's basically, after 20 years, the original Transformers series continues. This book basically acts as a prelude to what is to come and a reminder of what came before.
That's cool.
And it's really nice to see the original creative team back after 20 years.
Yeah.
So it's got that 80s and early 90s style to it. So I quite like it. But of course, after seeing the last 10, 15 years worth of Transformers books in the particular style that those books are in,
it's shocking.
It's shocking to go back to the 80s style again.
Yeah.
And it's a little off-putting. But still, if you're an old school Transformers Marvel Comics fan, this is the book for you. Storyline-wise, it's fantastic. I can't wait to see what happens in the new series that starts with number 81.
Cool.
Next up, we have Zombie Kid. And in this one, after Bill Stokes, all Bill Stokes wants is to be a big-time pro gamer. But one day, his mom comes home infected with a zombie virus, and now he has to deal with being a zombie kid.
Huh.
Alright, so after all the hubbub
Yes.
that happened after the release of Diary of a Zombie Kid, which we won't go into here.
No.
This came out for Free Comic Book Day, and it's a very good introduction to the character that not many of you got to see due to the litigation. But this is free. It's a good introduction to this parodies-based character, and I quite enjoyed it.
Yes.
Dave's art is really great, and Fred's story is pretty funny as well. So, yeah, check this one out. I quite enjoyed it.
Welcome to the team, Julie.
Hello. Glad to be a part of it. The
Don't
first
screw
book
it up.
that I reviewed
was Anti, number 0. It's a preview for a book coming out starting in July. And I really enjoyed it. It is... I'm still learning.
I don't know.
It features an unnamed, really super strong female character who it looks like she is kind of taking on the demons in the world. I'm not entirely sure. They really leave you hanging, wanting more. I'm super excited for when it comes out in July and can't wait to read it. The art was a little not quite what I want. It's a little harsher than what I necessarily like, but the story is there and it really captured my interest. It is also a flip book with Ride. Ride, I really didn't care about at all.
Yes.
It's in black and white, which isn't typically something that I would put me off, but it kind of just reads like the opening crime sequence of Law and Order or any crime drama.
That's awesome.
If that's your thing, awesome, you'll probably love it. It's not really my thing. But, who knows?
All right, next up, I also have a flip book. The first part is Star Wars: The Art of the Bad Deal. And in this one, Han and Chewie discuss the finer points of negotiating. There's also an Alabaster preview in here, which is continued in the Buffy and Guild flip book. So you actually need 2 books to finish that story. So that's kind of interesting.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. And then on the flip side, we've got Serenity, Firefly, Class 03K64. And while stopped for supplies, the Serenity's captain receives an aggressive offer for his ship. And I mean aggressive. So these were okay.
Oh, Mal.
Yeah. These are cute stories by Zach Whedon. I appreciated the symmetry between the 2 main plots. I thought that it made sense the way that they put these books together and that they both had to deal with their 2 ships, you know. That was cool.
There are so many Whedons.
Yeah, they're all...
And Wayans and Baldwins. I mean, they should all go into a fight.
Imagine if they were in a barley brawl, right? The Matrix music. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Okay, anyway, so I enjoyed the Alabaster preview, even though I only saw part of it. It was fun learning about trolls. Yeah, that's all I want to say, because if I say more, it'll wreck it.
Oh, now I really need to read that one. Trolls?
Alright, next up we have the Intrinsic. And in this one, horrors from different worlds have assembled to bring about a global threat known only as the End. And now the forces of good must gather to avert the disaster. Okay, interesting plot, interesting story. The artwork's okay. It's not perfect, but it is a lot of fun to check out this book. It's basically a preview of an upcoming book that's coming out from Arcana, so... Yeah, if you want to check out something with demons and Hellmouse and stuff that's not Buffy related, this one's for you. It's actually quite fun.
Alright. I have a reprint for My Favorite Martian.
Yep.
It was super cute. That's really
yes,
where it
we're
starts.
all a little too young to remember My Favorite Martian, except for that movie that starred
Let's forget that.
Christopher Lloyd. But we won't less said about that one, the better.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
But super cute. Martin the Martian is trying to get back to Mars, and he is foiled accidentally by the people he lives with when they try to give him a good dinner. And it's all about how he tries to get himself back to Mars.
Nice.
It's super wonderful, great for all ages, I think.
He's only trying to get back to Mars so he can kill us all.
I don't think that's confirmed. No.
I don't think so. I think he spent too much time here helping us.
Yeah, exactly. No, he's been acclimatized now.
I agree with her. Yeah, I think he'd miss Earth if he went back to Mars.
Yeah, just saying.
But I really enjoyed it. It's a reprint, so it's exactly as it was back in the day. Great for all ages, from my parents to, little 5 and 6 year olds. I just think it's a good all across the board book.
Okay, next up, we've got an offering from Marvel Comics. This is Spider-Man Season 1, and in this sneak peek for the upcoming graphic novel, it tells the story of how Peter became Spider-Man, because we all don't know that.
We've only been told that how many times now?
Yes. But the interesting part about it is that this August marks the 50th anniversary of Spidey's first appearance in Amazing Fantasy number 15.
Woo!
50th.
I didn't realize Peter Parker was that old.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
He's probably getting his pension by now.
yeah, so this is, kicking off all the Spidey-centric events that are sure to come. I did enjoy this adaptation of the story, even though, I know what's going to happen, but particularly visually, it's stunning. I love the art by Neil Edwards here. I'm not sure I'm really sold on all these season 1 books that they're coming out with that basically offer the origins for all of these people.
By the way, we've all seen.
Yeah, well, but, there has to be a new generation coming, right? So that's what we're looking at, is the generation that maybe isn't familiar with all these characters. And sure, maybe Spider-Man isn't the one that you're going to need to read up on, but there are others that are coming out after that. So perhaps this whole, season 1 thing will work out to be a good thing. I did enjoy this, and it's a good Spider-Man story, if nothing else, for Free Comic Book Day.
All right, next up, we have Lady Death, The Beginning. In this one, Lady Death must battle the villainous Death Queen to regain her stolen powers.
Lady Death had her powers stolen?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's not much to the story here.
Yeah.
But the art is pretty nice. If you're a Lady
Visual.
Death fan, this basically reprints the first 2 issues of the recent Lady Death series.
Yeah, the ongoing, yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting. Art is probably the nicest Lady Death art has ever been.
I think so, too.
But story-wise, it's still a little lacking.
Yeah.
But if you're a Lady Death fan and you haven't had a chance to check out the new series, this is the perfect introduction.
I have another flip book. It is a Peanuts Adventure Time flip book. The Peanuts is a reprint.
Adventure Time is also a reprint of the first issue.
Right.
Yeah.
It's pretty much a compilation for both of shorts. The Peanuts has your traditional Lucy pulling the football. It's Peanuts, you know what you're getting into with Peanuts. And the Adventure Time has 3 different shorts. The primary story involves Finn and Jake teaching BMO how to fight because he wants to learn how to be the ultimate fighter.
Nice.
I place it for ages, 8 to 14. It's pretty good for that age group.
Okay, next.